in this moment of both COVID and racial unrest, we have to think about the fact that COVID did not create an unequal system, but it did give us a clearer picture, a clearer view of just how unequal it is, and especially who is disproportionately affected by it. Now, for me, I study students who are lower income and who are first generation college students, meaning they are first in their families to go to college. And what we saw in March of last year, when campuses were beginning to close, is now the difficulties that everyone is facing. Like, we see clearer now the difficulties that our students have struggled with for so long, right? The digital divide, the access to internet, and access to food, and access to different things that we take for granted. And yet, I hope in this moment, we all begin to question some of the studies and some of the approaches that literally just thought that differences in GPA were reflections of attitude or drive or ambition, or somehow just some marker of how smart you are, without taking into consideration these kind of structural hurdles that now we cannot escape when we turn on the news. Because so many of our students before are food insecurity. Right? If you think about the research that's coming out from Sarah Goetz-Robb and the Hope Lab about food insecurity in college, on college campuses, where estimates sometimes as high as 2 out of 5 students, mainly on our community college campuses, are food insecure. But now it's not just our lower income students who are disproportionately affected by food insecurity. And again, food insecurity happens at community colleges as well as our Ivy League institutions. In my work, I demonstrated how even at an Ivy League institution, during breaks, students were food insecure, right? Students during recesses from Thanksgiving, Christmas, spring break, and other times that the university deemed that they want to be on break, upwards of 1 out of 7 students, of every 7 students, were food insecure because the campus shut down, and what students had to do to bridge the gap when there was more semester than money. But here's the thing. As many of our students that in many ways ignored before, who were food insecure, even more so now, are facing insecurity around food, because there's no money left. People have been furloughed. People have been laid off. People are sick or too sick to work. Those working class families that were only 2 or 3 paychecks away from the poverty line or experiencing impoverished conditions are now experiencing it in the same way that their lower income peers were, because there is no safety net.